Hey guys, welcome back. This is By the Book and we are your married relationship coaches. Today we're talking about, and we haven't done this in a while, but we're back to Married at First Sight. We're on season 15. I don't know what episode. We'll post it in the subject line or whatever. But my husband knows I really don't like to do videos on Married at First Sight until the content gets good. So I suppose we'll talk about these couples that have gotten married so far, and what we think our preliminary predictions will be for them. Who would you like to start with?
Let's start with oh boy. I don't remember their names. I don't remember their names.
I think I can.
Dungeons and Dragons, dude.
Lindy and Miguel.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Let's start with them. So you want me to start off, or you want?
Please
really?
do.
I don't have much to say other than a grown man wearing a bear costume. I don't understand it, but maybe it's not for me to understand. And it kind of like puts me back in the frame of mind of why did they pick this guy? You know, he seems to be a nice enough guy. He seems to be successful. But surely there could have been, out of all those applicants, someone who doesn't wear a bear costume.
Who wasn't weird. Again, I think that's production selection of somebody who has something quirky that they think will draw our attention and make us want to watch it more. I want to watch them less. Right now, I'm not enthusiastic about them, not because I don't think they'll stay married or I think they will stay married. I just don't care yet. I'm not invested. Yeah, there's nothing about them that has moved me thus far. I've just been cringy looking at him and his weird friends just like trolls and, in Halloween costumes on regular Tuesdays. So other than that, to be honest with you, I don't think I remember anything about Lindy. I don't know what she does.
She comes from a religious background.
Okay. Nope. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
The one thing that we did just see in this episode was her older brother. I won't say he grilled Miguel, but he asked him very pointed questions about his religion and his faith. And Miguel was real squirmy about answering it. He was very uncomfortable in essentially saying that he wasn't a spiritual guy.
Yeah, he kept saying higher power and things of that sort. And if that's your belief, then...
Yeah, he said he tended to not be a believer.
Yeah.
And I think we've seen in previous seasons and in other shows where people try to minimize the importance of being on the same level spiritually.
Yes.
And it annoys me every single time.
Yeah.
Because of that, I don't think that this couple will succeed.
Yeah.
Her family is extremely religious to the point where she had never even danced with a man before. On her wedding day, that was her first time dancing with a man. Does that make her socially awkward or weird? Maybe.
Yeah.
But point being, her family's spirituality is so fundamental to them. Now, I can see that she's taken a little bit of a step back from that, but that's where her roots are. And him being wholly, even though he may not admit it directly, he's wholly an unbeliever.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. Like, there's something about that's going to fall apart. They're going to have conversations about children, and it's going to go left. Yeah. So my first prediction of season 15 is Lindy and Miguel divorce on decision day.
If they don't divorce on decision day, it will be coming pretty soon afterwards. And I feel you on that. It's really important that they get the spiritual aspects. He should. And you know what? It goes back to my initial statement. Why did they put them together? Why did they pick him? So on and so on. Because it is very important, and it's intrinsic. If someone believes. And I'm gonna use the word higher power. I don't like it, but if someone believes in a higher power and another one doesn't, if they think that everything just happened by happenstance, by accident or whatever, where are you gonna come? Where are you gonna meet up in the middle? Yeah, you're unequally yoked. And so now, what I will do, and what I will say is her and her family do have an opportunity to share their faith and witness to him to hopefully, plant a seed where the Holy Spirit can water it, and then him, you'll see some type of sense of conversion within him. But
we'll see.
But
they got 8 weeks.
We'll see.
That's a hard transition. That's a hard convert. But we'll see. My reaction to them, my prediction for them is no.
Mine too. That's they never should have made that connection with them. So next up.
All right, tell me what old boy you want to talk about this.
Old boy. Let's talk about old boy with the surfer dude that hit his head.
I'd have busted his skull to the white meat.
I know. Got the big Band-Aid on his ball. Right. I mean, come on, man.
That's Mitch.
That's Mitch.
And Kristen. I think it's Kristen or Kirsten. I think it's Kristen though, with a Y in it. Okay. And I don't like Mitch. I'm going to just go ahead and say it, and whether you admit it or not, I can tell by the faces you make when we're watching it that you don't like Mitch either. He's irritating like a girl, He's the oldest person I've ever seen on Married at First Sight, which is fine. I mean, as slightly older people ourselves, we like to see it. But I don't actually feel like people who are that age are well suited for a show like this. Especially when they put them with someone who's a lot younger. I think she's 9 years his junior. And so he's very set in his ways.
Extremely.
He was acting like a girl. Forgive me for saying that, but it's true. It very nice. On his wedding day, he was real upset that his beard was too short, and he was getting a little snippy with his groomsmen for trying to cheer him up about it. Just little meltdowns that made me say, what's wrong with this guy?
Yeah.
We saw the previews, not to give any spoilers, hopefully you already saw this episode, but the previews are showing him say to her, it's something like he's not as comfortable or as open as he had hoped he would be at this point.
Because he's not as attracted.
He said he wasn't as attracted to her.
And I can't believe that.
I mean, because he's not a prize. I don't call anybody ugly, but he's not gorgeous. And then you came to your wedding with your skull busted open and a big, skin-colored Band-Aid on your scalp.
Yeah.
That was, if he was going to be worried about something, it shouldn't have been his beard. It should have been I got big Band-Aid brand bandage on my head.
Exactly.
What can be done about that? So, Kristen, I like her. I don't have anything negative. You don't like her. That's fine. I don't have anything negative to say about her.
I don't have anything negative to say about her.
She seems like she's gone into this with her...
Actually, I got one thing negative.
Willingness. I know. Well, I hope I know what it is that you're going to say. I'm going to guess, and then you tell me if I'm right.
Okay.
But she seems very positive about the experience. She's going into the experience saying, I'm going to make the best out of it, whatever it is. Only thing I didn't like about her is that she sprung this on her dad at the last minute. And she didn't even let that man come dressed for the occasion. Yeah. He had on, I don't even know if he had a tie on. He had a button up on and some slacks. Yeah. He looked like he was going to a business casual type dinner.
Yeah.
And good and well, if your dad knew he was coming to your wedding this day, he would have wore a suit at least and a tie. And I thought that was dirty of her to spring that on her old dad. And he could have had a heart attack right there on the sofa.
Yeah.
So...
yeah, that was totally bogus. That was wrong what she did. And then, so you already said that, so I don't need to repeat it. But I am going to say that you said his name is Mitch. Mitch, stop acting like,
yeah.
But stop doing it.
I will
stop,
say it.
Stop. Come on, dude.
He's not going to, he's set in his ways. He's an environmentalist. So he's not money focused. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I think it can become a compatibility issue. She seems like she's very driven. Mm-hmm. She seems like she's very money driven.
Yeah.
And so I think, again, whether it was the producers or the experts, that might have been a poor selection.
They blew it. The man was more attracted to her mother than he was to her. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's a bad match.
And
again, they never should have picked him.
No.
They shouldn't have picked old boy wearing costumes, and they shouldn't have picked this strange dude that cares more about plastics than he does people. It's just the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life.
So it's a no?
No.
It's a no for me too. Mm-hmm. It's in my Randy Jackson voice. It's a no for me, dog. I like that. Yeah, that's a no for me. Who's next? Which old boy is next?
Old boy tall dude. Was his name? Justin. Yeah, that.
I had to cheat for that one. I looked online. Justin and Alexis.
Yeah.
That's a weird couple. Like, it didn't scream to me. Like, if we were the experts, that's not the couple I would have matched up. Her personality and his personality are by far and away the most distant from one another, I think.
But they digging each other, though.
They are. They
are cuddling, they kissing, they dancing, they laughing.
To end up with her being real, like, short with him. You know, and him like balling his big old body up in the corner and crying. Because he's a super sensitive guy.
Okay. I feel you on that.
And she's not one to pull any punches, I don't think. So while things are going really well right now, and she seems to be okay and happy and into it, I think if something starts going bad, she won't hold back the way that she's feeling. And I think he's going to be crushed if she does that to him.
He does seem very sensitive.
I think he's sensitive. Yeah. I think he's very desperate a little bit. He gives me desperate vibes. Why are you rolling your eyes? Do you think everyone on Married at First Sight is desperate?
Some are. I think he is very sensitive, and how he continues to say how she's this perfect woman.
Yeah, they got
his got her to a T, 100%. He kept saying things like that. But you've only known her for like an hour, dude. You don't know. You have no. Can you say initially, yes, I'm attracted to it? Can you say yes initially, I like our conversation? Can you say yes initially, that it's going well? You know, yes, you can say all of those different type of things, but he even goes so far as to say, yes, I think I could definitely fall in love with you. I mean, this...
No, he said, I'm going to fall in love with her.
Yeah.
It was even farther than that.
Yeah.
So it was definitely extreme. On the flip side of that, she's not even attracted to him.
Yeah.
She essentially said so. She said it very softly.
She said that he wasn't the normal type that she
okay, and I'm gonna go one further and tell you why I know she's not attracted to him is because at the end of the episode that we just watched, she said she saw him on a dating app. Mm-hmm. He messaged her. She ignored it.
That's true.
He messaged her later and said, hey, it's Justin. And she was like, I know.
That's
crickets. True. She didn't find him attractive. That's why she didn't talk to him then.
Yeah.
And that's why it's going to be a no after decision day. I'm thinking they're going to go through their ups and downs. I think they're going to be the first couple possibly to have sex.
Yeah.
If not this next couple that we talk about. I don't know. I think everybody might just go. No. Those first two aren't going to do it.
No.
Because the religious girl is going to be a little bit too prudish.
I don't know, because she said she had a one-night stand, so she just might.
That was like once. She was, she's not gonna do it.
That glass ceiling has been broke.
Mitch is gonna be a girl about the whole thing, and he's not gonna do it. Yeah. So I'm giving Alexis and Justin the first to consummate, possibly, because he said he was willing, and I think he's so happy to be married. I'm very happy to be here. Yeah. He's married. He wants.
Whose accent was that?
That's what he's giving me. So he's going to jump all in, and I think actually he's going to be like the girl in this situation.
He's definitely acting like a girl in this situation. So we ready for the last
Yeah.
That's old boy that look like Scottie Pippen.
He's been calling him Scottie Pippen.
He does look like Scottie Pippen.
And y'all, like, I can't unsee it. Like, every time I see him, I'm like, dude, this is Scottie Pippen's son. So, I can't take it away. He does. He gives me all kinds of Scottie Pippen vibes. But Stacia is my favorite person on this season. I didn't know how I was going to feel about her. I think they tried to paint her to be like this super diva and unlikable person at the beginning.
They were trying to give her Mirla type vibes.
And she's not. I think she's pretty down to earth. Mm-hmm. I think she's a cute girl. I think she has good personality. I don't think that she's mean. Mm-hmm. We will see how finances play into her behavior because she's a very successful girl, and it seems like Scotty Jr. is not. Let me stop calling him that because I'm gonna forget his name. His name is Nate. Right? I think his name is Nate. Yeah, so he's not, I think, quite where she is financially, and I don't know if that's going to be a barrier to their relationship, but they strike me as the couple who may start off the strongest in terms of just building a relationship. They seem like they're both kind of ready. I was kind of uncomfortable with the age gap between the two of them. I think a 37-year-old woman with a 34-year-old man is fighting an uphill battle a little bit. But she's attracted to him. That's important. I didn't know whether or not she would like that kind of braided look that he had going on because she seems like she's more on the like refined end, and she may not like that. But yeah, she seems like she like a little bit of bad boy. So that's working for her. I don't have too much to add on that. She's a well-rounded young lady. She presents that way. She carries herself that way. Yeah. And so I think she was a really good pick. You're right. The age difference between the two, that may come into play. You know, it's the age. The biggest thing will be either the age, the finances, or if he happens to just be a little more hood that she can deal with. Yeah. And that will be. They might be my favorite couple to look out for right now. Yeah. Again, when we start these seasons, I'm never all super enthusiastic to do videos because I don't feel like I have developed a relationship with these people yet. Like, I gotta feel them. I gotta feel something. And I don't feel anything yet. But those two are going to be my couple to watch. That's my power couple. That's a couple that I'm hopeful will say yes. I think they will say yes. Alexis and Justin might say yes, but I think there will be an ultimate no. Honestly,
I think there would be an ultimate no as well,
even if it's after decision day.
Yeah, and what Nate? Well, it's Pippin and was it Stasia? Stasia. You know, they kind of give me a little bit of the Miles and Karen vibe because of the age difference. Karen was older than Miles, and hey, they going strong. They still married, buying houses and all of this good stuff. So I think they got a good shot. However, you're right. I do see like a little bit of something in his personality that kind of would worry me a little bit. Nothing strong per se, but just a little bit. And so, can he change? You know, kind of like do a complete turnaround like Elijah won from last week? Possibly.
I hope so. It does feel like it was last week.
Yeah.
And then the last couple, we're not going to talk about them, but I will just mention them. That's Ben and Morgan.
The ones that didn't get married.
Yeah. So COVID-19 struck and threw the kibosh on their wedding. And we'll wait. I'm not even going to talk about them because I can't remember anything about these people because they haven't been showcased on this week's show. So I'm not going to try to venture a guess on where they're going to go. I can't remember if I was thinking negative or positive things about them from the previous shows, but we'll save that until we have some real good content on them. Hopefully next season, or not next season, but next episode, we'll get to see some drama unfold. And we'll be able to talk about that. Anyway, let us know your predictions. I'm going to keep a running tab. We got 2 no's, a no after decision day, and an outright yes in that order from me. I think we're close to being aligned with that. But I'm going to nail him down on these so we can see who's right and who's wrong at the end of this episode. After Morgan and Ben get married, we're going to have a little head-to-head, and then we're going to see who wins.
Challenge!
You know, and you guys go with us. Let us know. Maybe after next episode, we'll be able to do our full-on predictions.
Yeah.
And then we'll see who wins at the end. You guys see, let us know who you're riding with. Y'all should always rock with me. But, you know, go with him if you must.
If you want to be on the 100% right bus, come on.
Anyway, guys, we're out of here for today. Like, share, subscribe. Please comment, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.